What's going on, folks? Today we're back in the kitchen and I'm gonna make the ultimate snack. This is Spanakopita. If you haven't had it, it's a Greek savory pastry full of spinach, feta cheese, parsley. Let's get started.
I am so excited for this. Alright, to start off our Spanakopita, we're going to start with 16 ounces of frozen chopped spinach. You can get one of those packages from the frozen food section. 110 grams or 2 bunches of flat leaf parsley washed and chopped. 1 large yellow onion. 2 garlic cloves. You're going to make sure they're well minced. We're going to go ahead and get 2 tablespoons and a lot extra of extra virgin olive oil for basting our phyllo dough. 4 eggs. Of course, the star of the show in my mind, 10.5 ounces of quality feta cheese, 2 teaspoons of dried dill weed, freshly ground black pepper to taste, and then a package of frozen phyllo dough from the frozen food section. For the dipping sauce, we're doing a non-cucumber tzatziki. That's just lemon, a small amount of reserved parsley, Greek yogurt, salt, and pepper to taste. I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping my parsley. Get that in the bowl. Once that's loaded in there, I'm gonna start mincing or chopping my yellow onion. I want small pieces, just finely chopped. Get that in the bowl. Once that's all loaded up, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I get all the water out of my frozen spinach. So I'm really gonna press it down with a paper towel after I let it thaw out and squeeze out any excess moisture. Doing this step is important because you don't want to soak your phyllo dough. It's gonna make it really hard to work with and it'll probably break apart on you. So you gotta get all that extra water out. And yeah, should look something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and salt and pepper to taste. I like a lot of black pepper. I'm gonna add in my eggs. I find it easier to crack eggs with a glove on, but also do it one-handed because it lets me squeeze the shell in a way that just keeps it all together. And I don't really have to worry too much about shells falling in. You should give it a shot if you haven't done this before. You can practice in a little bowl so that you're not dumping shells directly into your main bowl, but it's pretty fun just doing the one-handed crack. Once you get the hang of it, you're pretty good to go. Alright, eggs are in. I'm going to add the feta cheese. I'm going to add the garlic. I'm going to have to get a spoon to help me out, and then the 2 teaspoons of dill. I'm going to glove up one more time and just kind of give this thing a really good mix. Make sure everything is really well incorporated. And once everything seems to come together, I'm just going to go ahead and set it to the side. That's looking pretty good. Okay, now here comes the fun part. We're going to defrost or make sure our defrosted or refrigerated phyllo is easy enough to work with. So you want to kind of put it in the fridge the night before, and then you want to bring it out into the counter once you start prepping your ingredients. I'm going to cut this into thirds because we are going to do like Hot Pocket style Spanakopita. So they're going to be like little ham pies as opposed to one big casserole. So I'm just going to go ahead and into thirds with a pizza cutter. And the important part is this dough is so thin, it will dry out very quickly. So you want to just put a moist paper towel or damp paper towel on top as you work with one of those strips. The other 2 should be covered. So I'm going to do 2 sheets at a time. I'm just going to pull 2 sheets. Then I'm going to go ahead and just with my fingertips baste with olive oil. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a good nice basting of olive oil to make sure that those layers of phyllo crisp up when I fold them. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and load up about like a big, maybe I would say this is a tablespoon and a half. You're gonna have to eyeball this to 2 tablespoons. But you're gonna make a loose triangle shape, and then you're just gonna fold it almost like you're folding a flag. You're just gonna fold it over and over into triangles on itself. And you're gonna use a little olive oil to help you seal along the way any dry spots that you see on your phyllo dough. All right. So we got the first one done. I just got about 20 or so to go. I'm going to do that in fast forward so you don't have to watch the painstaking process. The nice thing about doing these hand pies or these mini Spanakopita is you can actually freeze them. So what I did for this particular demo is I actually froze the majority of these and cooked them up later because I was prepping them for a Super Bowl party. And so you can do this the night before, you can do this the day before, you can do this a month before. I had these in the freezer overnight, but you don't have to freeze them. You can bake them straight away. If you're going to do that, preheat your oven to 375. Start basting it with more olive oil or butter. I actually use butter because I love the taste on the top. And it's going to go into a preheated 375 oven. You're going to want to put it on for 30 minutes, and you're going to want to check it every 10 minutes after that, just to make sure you're not burning, but it is nice and brown. In the meantime, while it's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and make my cucumberless tzatziki sauce. My friends are weird and do not like cucumbers. I personally love them, but this is for a Super Bowl party, and so I'm going to go ahead and make a cucumberless. It's just a half a lemon, 1 container of Greek yogurt, salt and pepper to taste, and I'm just going to use a little bit of parsley reserved on the side. Chop that up, throw that in there, and I'm going to give it a good stir and leave it in the fridge. That can be made overnight as well, and you can just kind of take it in your little Tupperware container with you. But you can scale that recipe up, or you could double it or triple it based on how much Spanakopita or how much sauce you think people are going to use. There is our Spanakopita. Look at that color, golden brown, that flaky crust, all in a little ham pie that people can just devour.
These look so good. I cannot wait to try it.
Did you hear that crunch? I hope I convinced you to make Spanakopita with me. Get off your butt, get to the store, buy your ingredients, come back to the kitchen. I will be right here. You got this. And if not, it's all good. I'll see you on the next episode of Art Bento.